Deep in the forgotten hollows of the Appalachian Mountains, long before any paved road existed, stood the isolated hamlet of Oakhaven. Here, whispers of ancient trees and restless spirits were commonplace, but nothing prepared them for the story of Alara and the diary that wrote its own dark future. A journal discovered beneath a gnarly root, its leather binding cracked, its pages brittle, yet perpetually blank. Until one moonless night, a single, looping word appeared: beware. Alara, a young herbalist living on the edge of the community, found the diary. Her family, known for their solitary ways and keen intuition, had always respected the old Appalachian ways, the forewarnings in the wind, the signs in the earth. This diary, however, felt different. It hummed with an unsettling energy, a cold weight in her hands. She tried to decipher the strange, archaic script, but found nothing coherent, only a growing sense of dread that coiled in her gut, tight and icy. The villagers spoke of the whispering woods and ancient curses, but Alara dismissed them as old wives' tales, until one morning, she awoke to find the diary open, a fresh entry scrawled across 2 pages. It described, in chilling detail, the loss of her grandmother's prized harvest to a sudden, inexplicable blight, a week before it happened. Then, a few days later, a cryptic warning about a wolf in sheep's clothing just hours before a traveling peddler, known for his false wares, arrived in Oakhaven. The predictions were always minor, unsettling, and strangely accurate, like tiny fractures appearing in the fabric of reality, each entry proving the diary was not merely old, but aware. The entries grew darker. They spoke of missing livestock, strange lights in the woods, and then, a chilling description of a child's forgotten doll found mangled near the old mill. Alara grew terrified, trying to hide the diary, bury it, even burn it, but it always reappeared, sometimes on her bedside table, sometimes clutched in her own hand as she awoke from nightmares. The script began to describe events that felt intensely personal, almost as if it was narrating her movements, her thoughts, but twisted, subtly wrong, blaming shadows for deeds she couldn't comprehend. She started locking her door, not against what was outside, but against the diary's terrifying truth, against herself. One desperate dawn, she found the diary open to its final, horrifying entry. It wasn't a prediction, but a confession. In meticulous detail, it described the blight, the wolf in sheep's clothing, the mangled doll, and then, the chilling line, "I remember the taste of fear, the thrill of the hunt. They never suspected it was me." As Alara read those words, her own reflection stared back from a dark, glossy page, eyes wide, a smear of something dark on her cheek, something she hadn't noticed before, glinting in the pale light. The diary wasn't predicting the monster. It was written by the monster, chronicling its forgotten cruelties, and that monster was her.